Welcome to Red Boots and Heels.
I'm Boots.
And I'm Heels. Well, Biden's still on the path of destruction for America. Mm-hmm. I mean, just think about this, folks. You got gas prices soaring to record highs, and now he has actually blocked portions of Alaska's drilling. I mean, I don't even know how to start this podcast.
Well, but when you're laying in bed with people who mine for lithium for batteries, and they're your business partners as well as worldwide terrorists, of course you're gonna squash the pipeline.
I mean, how does that even happen? And what about the Nord Stream pipeline? He made a statement of fact. He actually said that if in fact that Russia invaded Ukraine, that the pipeline would be destroyed, that there would be an end to that pipeline. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
so this was a plan in motion anyway. I get that, but He actually said that. So, it's not, we didn't know that this was going to be the ends to the means later. If it does happen, it's actually a planned strategy event. Right. There's no question in my mind. They're blaming the West, and I don't doubt it a bit in the world. I mean, are we headed for a nuclear war? Let's talk about Tony Blinken and what he said. He said this is a tremendous opportunity to once and for all to remove the dependency on Russian energy and thus to take away from Putin. Do you think that might just start a war? I mean, does anybody think about that? I mean, what would happen if there was a nuclear war? We wouldn't even be here to talk about it. So how ridiculous is this? What do they think? Do they think Putin is a pushover? I mean,
I don't know what they think. But honestly, they've been baiting and they've been begging and wanting war with Putin and the Russians for years. So, nothing would surprise me. Nothing at all.
Yeah,
they've always wanted a war with Russia.
But a war with Putin means nuclear war.
I think these maniacs in charge that have such an evil hold over our nation are so out of touch with reality. They really don't understand what consequences are. They don't understand what consequences of stealing your wages are. They don't understand the consequences of letting children have sex change operations. And they don't understand the consequences of poking the bear.
Well, that's exactly what they do. They are doing. They're poking the bear.
Sure.
I mean, we've sent billions and billions of dollars. I mean, it right now surpasses everything we did in May, the 40 billion. Now they're calling for another 15, another 3. I mean, it just keeps going up and up.
It's about spending the American future generations into slavery, to where you have no choice, your children have no choice, your grandchildren have no choice but to pay whatever evil high taxes they levy on your wages, to where we are nothing but slave labor to them. That is all we are, and this is their opportunity to make it happen.
Well, we have a socialism surge in America. There's no doubt. There's absolutely no doubt that's what it is. It didn't work for Venezuela. It's not going to work. It's not going to work for us. It's not worked for other countries. I mean, Republicans better step forward. Actually, not just Republicans. America has to love the country more than they hate Trump, and they need to step foot. They need to get in. They need to go to the polls and vote, regardless whether you think the votes are going to be stolen or not. You still need to do your part. You need to get out. You need to do the meet and greets. You need to know who your candidates are. We've got to turn this around, or there's no hope for us. I'm feeling no hope.
We've got to get rid of those incumbent Republicans that are evil and laying in bed with the Democrats, because they all work hand in hand. I mean, people talk about the big red wave, but a red wave of what? Well, look at some of the ones we've got. They haven't done any better than any Democrats, or not much better. They call themselves Republicans, but they're not.
Well, I didn't think they didn't like non-politicians to run.
Right. Well, I might as well call myself Marilyn Monroe. Or maybe I should call myself, let's see, somebody famous that has a lot of money, because I would like to have a lot of money.
Yeah, let's identify as that.
Yeah.
Speaking of identifying that, have you, oh my God, I can't even say this. Talk about craziness in this world. The Trans-Doe Task Force. The Trans-Doe Task Force. These people stepping forward to say, we no longer should identify, I'm talking old-time skeletons that we're unearthing cannot be identified as a he or a she, because we don't know what those ultimate people thought that they were, whether they thought they were female or male. Have you heard about that? It's crazy.
Okay. So if I die today, and my body is exhumed in the future, somebody's going to say, well, it says that she's a woman, and her DNA strands show that she's a woman.
The science says, and your biology says you're a woman.
And there's some of you out there that send messages saying that I'm probably a man, which I'm not. But somebody's going to say, well, we're not sure. Yeah, so
because they don't know what you identified as.
The most sickening. It's all an indoctrination.
It is.
Of confusion and chaos. That's all it is. I mean, if they can convince you or your child or your grandchild that you don't identify with anything, with actually who you are, then they can convince you of who you are. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's absolutely. It's mind control is what it is. Separate you from reality you're the perfect candidate for mind control.
These people are the biggest bunch of diabolic maniacs I could have ever imagined. And actually, I couldn't have imagined that we would be at the cusp of, like, I don't know, the Terminator movies, the Matrix movies, Soylent Green.
Coming to life. It's coming to life.
The Omega Man. Logan's Run, probably. I don't know. We're all kind of in the middle of that. And it's kind of creeping me out just a little bit.
It's creeping me out too. But you know what? Keep it up. I mean, the Dying Reduction Act. I mean, how many acts can you put on the table here? The Dying Reduction Act, if you really think about the Dying Reduction Act, just the word put dying in there would lead you to believe that they actually care or actually going to give some money for families to be able to bury their loved ones. But actually it's not. It's really just going to climate change and, maybe even going into the pockets of maybe buy hardware for the IRS agents. I don't know. But nothing goes to what they say it's going to go. Read, people. You've got to start reading. You've got to start letting behind it.
Long story short, they lie. Most of them lie. Almost all of them lie. They lie.
Oh, you know what? I'm telling you right now, I was saying stop it, but now I'm at the point where I'm just saying no, keep it up, because what's happening is they're being so far left and so ridiculous that people like Tulsi Gabbard, who has now left the Democratic Party, is out there on a firestorm just telling everybody exactly what we've been saying forever about, what they really are against. They're against religion. They're against for God-fearing people. They're against everything that we've held sacred in America. And if we don't wake up, we're going to fall right into it, and we're going to end up another country that we don't recognize.
They are against any sort of standard for decent social living, social standards that we have ever had. The American way means nothing to these maniacs because they don't care. It's all about power and manipulation. And the American way is what stands in between them and you. So they are trying to remove it. They are trying to remove the fabric that made us different from the rest of the world out of our country so that we have nothing.
Hey, what about that $5.2 million, the unexplained millions of dollars that was on Biden's tax papers, but not on the transparency reports? I mean, where's that? It's an unexplained amount of money. Yeah.
If that were us, we would be in the pen.
Oh my God, if that was Trump, he would be in shackles right now.
If that were Martha Stewart, she would be in the pen.
Exactly. So what about that? But then you got Hunter Biden's laptop suggesting that the big guy gets paid 10% on the big China deal.
Right.
I mean, come on. This is a strategy to destroy America. He's pocketing, and we said it before on Nancy Pelosi's, follow the freaking money, people. Wake up. Smell the roses.
Look, people, Burisma is the Western Ukraine, okay?
Right.
They are a mob. Burisma is a mob. Burisma has all of the energy holdings in Afghanistan. They are the reason that we abandoned Afghanistan the way we did and we militarized the Taliban, because they cut a deal with them. Even when it comes down to the lithium mining. Okay, do you know why you're going to have an electric car shoved down your throat?
Yeah.
Or maybe shoved up your butt? Because Biden is in the bed with the mobsters.
Yeah.
The mobsters are in the bed with all the lithium mines.
Absolutely. The entire family's corrupt.
I mean,
just
it's
like the
awful.
Clintons, they're all corrupt. They really are. Hey, we got a question. Just a simple question.
A simple question.
Where is Kamala? Where is she? Anybody know?
Has anybody seen the vice president? Do we have a vice president?
I don't know. The only time I've ever seen her, she's stammering for words. And she's laughing like a hyena. So I'm not so sure I want to see her anyway.
Well, I mean, I really don't, but it's just food for thought.
Yeah.
Where's the vice president?
Yeah, where
Where's
is she?
the secretary of transportation? Where are all of these people?
I mean,
where
April,
are these maniacs? We don't even see them.
I know where they're at. They're in a bunker somewhere because we might have a nuclear war.
Probably.
That's right. They're leaving all of us here to take on the shell shock of it all.
Yeah,
Woo!
we're going to be toast and they're going to be comfy.
That's exactly right. I don't know if that's all we've got for this afternoon. I'm just going to go ahead and say we'll see you next time. God bless you and God bless America. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.